Hey y'all, Mythica here. Thank you to all my A1 Day 1 subscribers. For anybody new or just passing through, welcome. And this is a kit I purchased when it was new. I just haven't had a chance to unbox it yet. It is Libra Zodiac Kitten by Maryline Cazenave, 42.7 by 42.7 centimeters. It's a round, just like Gemini, and then 52 colors, including 1 AB, 1 iridescent, and 4 fairy dust diamonds. Ooh, wonder where that iridescent is going to go. And as always, we have the instructions on how to diamond paint, and then the kit contents. So, plastic warning, mind your earbuds. I saw this one in Gemini at the same exact time, and I was like, well, perfect. Like, I am not a coward. I intend my puns, and Libra is my boyfriend's zodiac sign. So, yeah. And of course, with mine being Gemini, you know, like classic pairing. Classic pairing. All right. So we have our schematic on the bottom that helps us organize Sash Mountain. And then do what makes you sparkle, Diamond Art Club. This is one of those older style packaging, so it had the extra little insert up at the top to separate everything out. Give me just a second to get organized. Alright, so after some movie magic, I have retrieved our trading card, Libra Zodiac Kitten. This is a bronze. If you collect so many of these and you want to cash them in for a gift card, or I mean, if you get so many of every color, a custom, you could scratch that little scratch thing on the back. And then this is our thank you pamphlet, because they had our wallet. Snark aside, here are their socials, and then tips and tricks on how to diamond paint just a little bit faster. And then you have your step-by-step instructions in case the box is not in arm's reach. You also have your kit contents in the bottom. You can join their Facebook group to get the inside scoop on things, and then save 20% off your next purchase in case you want to build Stash Mountain. This is going to be your sticker book. Everything on the front page, everything on the back is indeed a sticker that you can add to your logbook if you feel so inclined. And then here is our color palette. You may be noticing right off the bat that we have a few codes in the 6000s. Those are unique to Diamond Art Club. They have their own drill making facility, so they can come up with whatever colors they need to better suit the artwork. And then at the very end, you're going to notice a bunch of interesting codes. AB is going to be your Aurora Borealis. The L is going to be your crystal, and then everything with a Z after that is going to be our fairy dust. So we are going to look for we're going to look for the division sign. We're going to look for the arrow pointing to the northwest. We're going to look for the 3-leaf clover equal sign and the white square with a dot in a center. And then I know that this is a little bit out of order. I typically do this first. This is the toolkit. In case you are new to Diamond Art Club, what this is going to include is a tray that has a lip around the front edge and the back edge in case you have more than one of the little size trays. You can stack them on top of each other and create a tower. This has some heart-shaped wax because sometimes ABs do not like to cooperate with anything but that. And then we have a 7-placer. And then this little thingamabob right here is just gonna come out. That's your stopper. And then, yeah, so you can see how they would stack with each other if you had more than one. Up next is going to be our bag of baggies, bagception. And then this is Sparkle Sticky. Diamond Art Club, I believe at the beginning of, or at the end of 24, they had revamped their toolkit, and then they started coming with putty because putty has kind of been the hot new thing for, well, I guess it's not the hot new thing any longer, but it's grown in popularity with diamond painters. This is one of their new twist and pick pens. It's going to come pre-filled with that putty. Of course, now we know that they have clear wax instead because sometimes that putty can be a little bit goopy on the canvas. Just make sure that when you are twisting this, you bring the putty just up to the lip of the barrel on the pen, and it is a little bit of a delayed reaction, so just keep in mind when you're twisting that barrel because you do not want that stuck to your canvas. I've done it before. It is not fun to remove. And then, if I didn't say this earlier, that is a 4-placer on the end. One moment while I get everything from the toolkit put away, and then we will get on into that canvas. All right, and there we have it. Diamond Art Club, do what makes you sparkle. Plastic warning, mind your earbuds. Okay, that is so cute. Little kitty with the scales and the sun and the moon and all the stars. And then we have our color palette right here. Lots of blue, greens, and teals. And then it looks like we have bluebells and ivy for the plants. That'll be very pretty. And then, of course, the stars. So I am curious to see where that crystal is going to go. I can already say from having worked on Gemini that border, some of that is already going to be fairy dust. So before we dive on into the drills, you may notice that there are pink lines over top of the canvas. They're not actually on the canvas. I know some of you may be worried that this one could have gotten pinked, but it did not. And then you can see like they did the perforation right. Over here we have Oopsie Insurance. Right here we have the 10% off in case you've already used your pamphlet coupon codes. And then right here we have a thumbnail of the canvas as well as our licensing. And then legend at the right hand side, legend on the left hand side. And of course, Diamond Art Club, do what makes you sparkle, up in the top center. And we also have finished edges. So if you are going to be leaving us, I hope you have a great rest of your day. For those of you who are sticking around to see the color palette for the drills a little more closely, plastic warning one more time. Okay, 3750. Yep, that's going to be around the outside. 3808, 930, 992, and 336. Along with 3814, 911. Those are all going to be our background colors. And then the Z 598, that is going to be in the border. Guess I'll just start with this one. 762 Z351. Ooh. 3825. 436. AB 470. I bet that's in the leaves. 6002. Oh, I bet that's in the flowers. Along with 792 and Z115. Oh. Yeah, you can kind of see the fairy dust a little bit better on these dark colors as opposed to the lighter ones. I thought that Diamond Art Club had a lot of the browns already in their repertoire of colors. I can't believe that they actually had to custom make some of the browns. Ooh, 3865. I bet that's in the moon. And then L445, 3072, and of course a little bit of 310. Because life is not complete without 310. Alright, so next we are going to dive face first into that canvas, and we are going to see where all these special drills go. Let's see if I'm right, let's see if I'm wrong. Alright, so first things first, because I already worked on Gemini, I am going to take a look at that border. Yep, I was pretty much right about that. There's our equal sign, so we are going to have that fairy dust. And then I'm guessing the white was in the moon. Yep, sure enough, the white square with the dot is in the moon. Also on some of the little bits of fur on our kitten and their paws. And then the Z351, the 3-leaf clover, Oh, yep, that is straight up the sun. And then the L445, yep, guess that one right too. All in the stars. I mean, I did just complete Gemini a week and a half ago, so, you know, I kind of feel like guessing the ABs is like easy mode right now. The Northwest arrow is over here in the flowers. And then that A is in the leaves down here. So perfect. Everywhere that I expected the ABs to go, there they are. So leave it down in the comments below. Have you done Gemini or Pisces or any of the other kittens from this series? And also, wink wink, hint hint, nudge nudge, Mr. and Mrs. Dubé or whoever is hosting the Myths and Stars event in the future, this is pretty much going to work for that, or what's your sign? In case you're wondering, when am I actually going to do this if it is not Libra season? All right, so I hope that you have a great rest of your day, and we will see you later. Bye.